teams have had to do a substantial rebuilding from a year ago.
That's right, they really have. And one big addition has been Mike Voigt for the ROCORI team. They're overall have some nice height. They average about 6'4", 6'5", and Voigt came from Duluth East, and I think has really added a big punch for Bob Brink and the ROCORI team. Monticello came back also after having to rebuild, losing some nice players. They had Nate Homestead, who was 6'8", one of the most talked about players in last year's state tournament, and also Max Lavelle, the coach's son, BJ Lavelle, who's now playing at Bemidji. But somehow they found a way to get back here, and I'm sure the red and black of both teams are excited to match it up today.
Both teams last year in the opening round lost and left the tournament early. Obviously, one team will survive to the second round here this afternoon. Monticello against ROCORI. Let's check out two of the key players for ROCORI. Janet mentioned Mike Voigt, who Bob Kunze probably wishes had stayed with Duluth East. He may have meant the difference in the first game we played here this afternoon. And John Free, a 3-year starter for Monticello. Overall, Max Lavelle says he's the best player he's coached. He brings an awful lot to the table. Very intelligent player and can shoot the ball well. Monticello against ROCORI in game 2 of the AA bracket. Let's go to Dave Wright for the introductions.
Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the St. Paul Civic Center and the 84th annual Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament. This afternoon's game pits the champions of Section 2 AA, the Monticello Magic, against the champions of Section 8 AA, the ROCORI Spartans. Now let's meet the cheerleaders for both teams. First, let's meet the cheerleaders for Monticello. Christy Foldesy, Stephanie Weiss, Alicia Williamson, Missy Prasso, Katie DeBoer, Andrea Michael, and Crystal Terrell. Now let's meet the cheerleaders for ROCORI. Nicole Clements, Jessica Mayers, Nicole Nye, Amanda Rauch, Tanya Raby, and Bonnie Schlangen.
We're gonna win!
Now let's meet the participants for this game. First, let's meet the reserves for the Monticello Magic. Junior guard number 3, Brad Ibbs. Junior guard number 4, Ricky Matheson. Sophomore guard number 13, Brian Gowdy. Sophomore forward number 23, Sam Johnson. Senior forward number 25, Ryan Mack. Junior forward number 33, Chris Matuska. Junior forward number 35, Troy Powman. Freshman forward number 41, Dusty Decker. Junior guard number 43, Nate Ballack. And senior center number 51, Nico Dominguez. Now let's meet the reserves for the ROCORI Spartans. Senior guard number 5, Joel Torberg. Sophomore guard number 10, Eric Schmitz. Senior guard number 14, Keith Johnson. Senior guard number 20, Nate Willenberg. Senior point number 30, Eric Boucher. Senior guard number 32, Gabe Dahl. Senior wing number 3, Brad Berger. Freshman forward number 42, Jason Crown. Senior center number 00, Luke Fratsky. And junior wing, number 50, Casey Beaumont. And now let's meet the starting lineups of both teams in alternate order. For Monticello, at a guard, a 6-foot junior, number 15, Matt Salter. For ROCORI, at a guard, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Mike Carlson. For Monticello, at a guard, a 6'2" senior, number 31, John Free. For ROCORI, at a guard, a 6'5" senior, number 32, Kim Sparby. For Monticello, at a forward, a 6'1" junior, number 41, Troy Bogolke. For ROCORI, at a forward, sophomore, number 12, Dan Hondo. For Monticello, at a forward, a 6-foot senior, number 53, Jake Lindquist. For ROCORI, at a forward, a 6'4" senior, number 54, Mike Voigt. And for Monticello, at center, at 6'10", sophomore, Joel Prisabilla. For ROCORI, at center, at 6'4", junior, number 52, Brian Stang. The assistant coach is Bruce Walder-New. The head coach of the Monticello Magic is Max Lavelle. The assistants are Matt Hibbison and Doug Brink. The head coach of the ROCORI Spartans is Bob Brink. The officials assigned for this afternoon's game are Mr. Tim Poehler and Mr. Jeff Seaman. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, please stay off the playing floor at all times. At this time, we ask the players to come forward for the sportsmanship creed.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School League State Basketball Tournament. We appreciate your attendance at this tournament and hope you enjoy it.
The state basketball tournament is being played under the rules of Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair play, good sportsmanship among players and coaches. As athletes, we ask the spectators promote the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play, and respect for our opponents and the calls of the officials.
Thank you.
ROCORI with a record of 20-5 on the year. Monticello 22-3. The winner of this game will take on Staples Motley in the opening game tomorrow. Again, for those of you who are unaware of how the Sweet 16 format works, in the opening round games, the schools play by class, A against A, AA against AA. In the second round, they are mixed up in some cases. And tomorrow in the opening game, we'll have Class A Staples Motley against the winner of this game.
ROCORI in red, of course, is located in Cold Spring, and communities that make up ROCORI are Rockford, Richmond, and Cold Spring. And really, ROCORI is not too far away from Monticello. They haven't played each other this year, but they're fairly closely located geographically.
Prisbilla with a miss and a make. And he'll go to the line.
Well, I've been looking forward to seeing Joel Prisabilla play. He's a 6'10" sophomore and had a presence last year in the tournament as a freshman, but he's grown, Max Lavelle says, between 3 and 4 inches since last year. And they think he's still growing.
Still growing, right. I asked him that yesterday. They've been measuring him all along, and he hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. He gets 3 points right away. At 6'10", just a sophomore, college coaches are going to keep their eye on the progress of Joel Prisbilla. Here's Mike Voigt, quite a story. We'll get into that in just a second. Good post feed, a block by Prisbilla. He will get a number of blocks. He blocks the pass here, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go out of bounds. I think ROCORI might have gotten a break there because, or Monticello got a break there because Prisbilla got his hand on the pass and tipped it out of bounds. The Magic have the basketball, already leading 3-0. for the Magic. Here's Voigt. Prisbilla guarding him, and Voigt goes right by him. Missed a shot. Follow-up is good. Kip Sparby, the only returning starter from last year's Spartan team that made it to the state tournament, puts ROCORI on the board.
ROCORI had come out in the man-to-man defense. They look like they're switched up into a zone, a 1-3-1.
Three-point try by Frey. And the Magic are red hot to start the game. 2 3-point baskets and a 3-point play on their first 3 trips down the floor. Sparby hits. And he's got the first 4 Spartan points.
Well, Sparby is 6 feet 5 inches tall, and he's got the matchup with Free, who's only 6'2". It'll be interesting to see how Prisbilla affects the play of Mike Voigt today, also with his height advantage.
Another 3. This one spins out as Salter trying to get another one. Finally rebounded by Voigt. The ball handle for a big guy. Sparby drops it off underneath. Shot comes off by Handel. Rebounded by Prisbilla. He has had this year 6 triple doubles, which for a big man means you've gotten double digits in blocks in a game. Salter short with a 3, rebounded by Sparby.
When you think of it, that's incredible. That's more than 10 shots that the opponents took. It didn't even make it to the basket, probably. And that really is a huge impact in the game.
In the playoffs, he got 24 rebounds against Buffalo. Sparby has all 7 Spartan points.
Well, ROCORI has some 3-point shooters as well, and Coach Bob Brink said he never used to like the 3-point rule, except this year he changed his mind.
Shooter like that. A lot of players, coaches like it. John Free with his second 3, and we're off to a great start. Reverse layup, good for Brian Stan. To 9, a quick start for Monticello and ROCORI. Prisbilla lost it, and he lost it for a reason. There was a hold on the play. Dan Handel committing the foul. Handel, a 6'4" sophomore, being asked to guard another sophomore at 6'10", Joel Prisbilla. On the Menard scoreboard, Monticello with the early lead. Return to Williams Arena after this timeout.
Dodge Dakota is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower. #1 in torque. Even #1 in towing. In fact, Dodge Dakota is ranked #1 in more categories versus any compact. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $3,500 off on Dodge Dakota, including $1,000 cash back.
If you have children involved in sports, there's only one eyeglass lens they should be wearing, the polycarbonate lens. Look what happens to a standard plastic lens when struck by a projectile. Compare this to a polycarbonate lens. Notice the projectile simply bounced off the polycarbonate lens without breaking it. Be safe and choose polycarbonate lenses for your all-star player. Vision World, Minnesota's locally owned optical company.
Jeff Grayson with Andy Skugman at the barn. We're getting ready for our second Class A game of the Sweet 16. Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton. The Bulldogs at 24-3. And the Cromwell Cardinals 19-7. Andy, quick thought. We're getting ready for the lineups here.
Yeah, JWP, it's their first state tournament since Pemberton was here in 1957. And Cromwell, the smallest school in the state tournament, enrollment total just 74 students.
We're ready, and we're ready for the introductions as well. Now to public address announcer Bob Reed.
Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome again to Williams Arena. Before we meet the entire roster for both teams, let's meet the cheerleaders. On the scoreboard today, the visiting team, a record of 24-3, the Section 2A champions, the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton Bulldogs. And the home team, a record of 19-7, the Section 7A champions, the Cromwell Cardinals. Let's meet first the cheerleaders for the visitors from Janesville Waldorf Pemberton. Please greet Jill Schmidt, Jessie Witz, Heidi Bartel, Elise Ozzie, Katie Cruz, Jessica Attenberger, and Missy Struck, the Janesville Waldorf Pemberton cheerleaders. And now let's meet the home team cheerleaders from Cromwell. Please greet Tricia Line, Crystal Suanen, Sarah Homestead, Kristen Sicardi, Missy Nelson, and Sarah Blumendahl, the Cromwell cheerleaders. And now it's time to meet the non-starters, the reserves for the visitors from Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, wearing the light-colored visitors' jerseys, starting with a 5'7" senior guard, number 10, Dustin Dimmel. A 6'2" sophomore forward, number 12, David Jewison. A 5'10" junior guard, number 22, Clint Westfall. 6'1" freshman forward, number 24, Jared Zimke. 6'2" senior forward, number 30, Dan Capan. 6'2" junior forward, number 34, Brent Furry. 6'1" junior forward, number 40, Tim Sheehan. 6-foot junior forward, number 42, Jake Zimmerman. 6'7" senior center, number 44, Tanner Schultz. And a 6'2" junior center, number 54, Justin Stanke. And now let's greet the Cromwell reserves, wearing the dark-colored home jerseys, starting with a 5'11" junior forward, number 11, James Anderson. 5'9" sophomore guard, number 12, Mike Oleziak. 6-foot sophomore forward, number 22, Dustin Homestead. 5'11" junior guard, number 24, Robert Dahl. 6-foot sophomore forward, number 32, Matthew Martin. 6'1" junior forward, number 40, Brandon Suanen. And a 6'1" junior forward, number 42, Troy Bridge. Now let's meet the starting lineup, starting with the guards, alternating by team. For Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, a 6-foot junior, number 20, Josh Barrett. And for Cromwell, 5'9" senior, number 30, Ryan Oleziak. At the other guard for Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, 6-foot junior, number 32, Travis Hinsey. And for Cromwell, 5'10" senior, number 20, Corey Aho. At center for Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, 6'4" senior, number 50, Brian Kelling. And for Cromwell, 6'11" senior, number 54, James Purcell. At forward for Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, 5'11" senior, number 14, Andy Dimmel. And for Cromwell, 6'1" senior, number 34, Dean Nyberg. At the other forward for Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, 6'4" sophomore, number 52, Josh Zimke. And for Cromwell, 6'2" senior, number 13, Brian Granholm. The Janesville Waldorf Pemberton assistant coach, George Tuvey, the head coach, David Tonoli. And for Cromwell, the assistant coach, Terry Blood, and the head coach, Eric Uselman. The officials for this game, John Leeser and Bob Nick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce one member of each team. Representing Janesville Waldorf Pemberton, number 30, Dan Capon, and representing Cromwell, number 42, Troy Bridge.
Jim, I gotta go.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School League State Basketball Tournament. We appreciate your attendance at this tournament and hope you enjoy it.
The state basketball tournament is being played under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair play and good sportsmanship among players and coaches. As athletes, we ask the spectators to promote the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play, and respect of our opponents and the calls of the officials.
Thank you, Troy and Dan.
And we are set for our second quarterfinal of the day, I should say Sweet 16 game of the day. And Andy, a couple of players to look at here in this Cromwell-Janesville Waldorf Pemberton matchup.
Yeah, Josh Zimke, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, 17 points per game. He also pulls down 10 boards. James Purcell, not the leading scorer, not even the second leading scorer for Cromwell, but he is the tallest player in the tournament, playing for the smallest school. Watch for him.
There are your starting lineups. You see Purcell in the middle. Hinsey, 3 guards for Janesville Waldorf Pemberton. May call them JWP on occasion just for the sake of time. Cardinals won the first game here. Staples Motley. We'll see how the Cardinals of Cromwell do against the Bulldogs from JWP here. We're underway. Jeff Grace and Andy Skugman at the barn. Great atmosphere here. Boys basketball tournament. Inside now, right off the bat. Coming out of there is Oleziak as Hinsey tried to put it up, but it's a turnover. So it'll go to the Bulldogs.
Ryan Oleziak, also a key player for JWP. Leading scorer, just over 20 points a game.
JWP in white trimmed with blue, and a lot of the players wearing the long blue socks. A little different look on the drive. Missing Andy Dimmel, 5'11" senior. Here come the Cardinals on the run. Brian Granholm. And it'll stay Cromwell ball. Yeah, the long blue socks. JWP in white trimmed in blue, and the Cardinals in red trimmed with white and black. No score, just underway here. They go inside to the big guy. Purcell can't hit it.
James Purcell, he is the key player for JWP. Started the season at Bloomington Jefferson, then came back to Cromwell. We'll talk a little bit more about Purcell as the game progresses.
Interesting story.
Yep, no question.
Still no score, 51 seconds in. Another interesting story, the contrast in the coaches as far as experience. Eric Uselman of Cromwell, his 3rd year. David Tonoli, 27 years at JWP. And here come the Bulldogs inside and hitting Brian Kelling, and it's 2-0.
Kelling, 12 points a ball game he averages for the Bulldogs.
He's off to a good start there, hitting his first shot. 2-0 Bulldogs.
Watch for the Bulldogs to play tough defense. They've scored about 72 points a game, allowing only 45.
Oleziak misses the 3 ball, and it bounces off of Brian Granholm, so the Bulldogs can expand the lead here. We're just a minute 20 in. 2-0. The Bulldogs come in 24-3. Cromwell 19-7. Inside was Zimke, but he couldn't hit. Had to change his shot. Offensive rebound. Kelling again.
All 4 points for JWP from Kelling.
Working the offensive glass there. Purcell made the first shot alter a little bit, and Granholm again losing it. So a slow start for Cromwell. The Bulldogs with a 4-0 lead on the Menards scoreboard.
There are bounties in life you couldn't begin to measure, and yields that take a generation to know. For that other crop coming up, there's Basis post-emergence herbicide. Basis has won past control of the grasses and broadleaf weeds that worry you most for about $12 an acre, half the cost of most pre-programs. Basis, 'cause life's a harvest, and corn isn't all you're raising.
Mom, I'm ready. Mom, what's a crack in your block?
Next. Some days it seems like everything takes more time than you expect.
Run, triple overtime.
Fortunately, dinner doesn't have to be that way, because in only 30 minutes or less, you can have a delicious meal your family will think took hours to prepare.
Say, looks like somebody got home early today.
Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Here at the St. Paul Civic Center, Monticello leads ROCORI 27-24. It's been a shooting exhibition between Kip Sparby of ROCORI, who already has 14 points, John Free, who has 8, Troy Bagalki, who has 8, for Monticello. A great first half, and we'll have more as you look at the Clarity scoreboard.
Hi, I'd like a haircut, please.
I'm thrilled.
Tired of salons that always give you the phony treatment?
Nice hair.
At Great Clips, we promise to always serve you in a friendly, courteous manner. Great Clips, guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style. At Great Clips, if you're not 100% satisfied with your haircut, we'll make it right, guaranteed. Because at Great Clips, our stylists stand behind every haircut. Great Clips, guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
With Janet Carvin and Dick Bramer at the St. Paul Civic Center, we've had great action in the 2 completed games so far at Williams Arena and here, and looks like we've got another good game here between 2 very good teams, Monticello and ROCORI. Monticello getting the basketball. We mentioned that they've got John Free with 8 points, Troy Bagalki with 8 points. Bagalki with the ball now. Nashville City's really only about 80% physically because of a lower back sprain he suffered a couple of weeks ago. Long 3 for Free. Comes off. Rebounded in the lane. Johnson. Now Bagalki feeding inside, and it rolls off. Prisvilla with the rebound. It won't go. Finally, the rebound cleared out by Sparby, and who else could it be but Kip Sparby, who's had a dominant first half.
And at 6'5", Sparby can do everything.
Finger roll. Block goaltending the call. 16 for Kip Sparby.
Prisvilla has long arms. Look at him go up there, and obviously the ball was on the downward flight.
It's one thing to be 6'10", Janet, and to have long arms, but it looks like Prisbilla can jump a little bit too. And again, he's just a sophomore.
He could swat away everything if it weren't against the rules.
Salter hit his first three, now a couple of misses, and this one goes over the back. A 1-point game, Monticello leading with 2:27 left in the first half. Sparby can do it all. Good shooting guard. He's taken over the point for ROCORI. We've also seen him post up, and a great move by Mike Voigt to put ROCORI in front. Voigt with 6.
That sure was a great move, and at 6'5" and 6'4", Sparby and Voigt are the 2 taller players for ROCORI, but they're also the best ball handlers.
Mikulski driving, slip. And for a guy who's got a sprained back, that had to hurt. Off the glass, it's good for John Free. He's got 10. And now an inbounds violation, turning it back over to Monticello. Another timeout on the Clarity scoreboard. It's a 1-point game.
And now let's make that random call with today's $10,000 question. Who shot Alexander Hamilton in that famous duel?
Hello, for $10,000. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry. Your time is up.
Got milk?
Introducing the new Plymouth Grand Voyager. It's filled with clever ideas. Now there's a sliding door on this side and this side. 27% more room for you and all your stuff. And seats that roll out of the way. A gazillion cup holders that hold almost anything. Plus more safety and greater visibility. You can carry more and do more. The new Plymouth Grand Voyager. It simply slides, folds, protects, unfolds, rolls, and drives better.
Hi, I'm Katie Burns, and I'm from Watertown Mare High School.
And I'm David Quill from New Orleans Spicer High School.
We're the AAA award winners for Region 5A.
The state high school tournament continues here on UPN 9.
On the paranormal borderline, prepare for the ultimate near-death experience. Go beyond the light and see what one woman found on the other side.
Tuesday at 8 on UPN 9.
Game 2 of the AA bracket. Monticello leading by a point. And the Magic have the basketball, although not any longer.
There's some confusion there on Monticello's part. 2 people coming to the ball, and both of them a little bit unsure as to who had it, and nobody had it.
Sparby brings it up for the Spartans. It was 20-20 after the first quarter. A very entertaining first 8 minutes. Lost in the lane by Voigt. Picked up by Free on the run. Salter missed the shot, but he's fouled. Brian Stang whistled for the foul. As you look at Max Lavelle. Monticello team, a pretty good defensive team. They held Marshall to just 10 points in the second half in their section final game. 28 points for the game. To get to the section final level, you hold somebody to 28 points. You must have a pretty good team defense. Substitutions for ROCORI. Jason Crone, he's just a freshman, called up from the JV team late in the year. Two for Salter. And it's a 3-point lead for the Magic. Voigt getting a nice feed, but a miss. Good pass inside from Nate Willenbring. This is Mikulski. Prisbilla put it on the floor and was fouled by Sparby. One other factor here in this first half, the early foul trouble for Dan Hondel. He picked up his third foul several minutes ago. He was principally in charge of guarding Prisbilla, so he's had to leave the game. Sparby has had to help pick up some of the defensive assignment on the 6'10 sophomore, and now he's picked up a foul, his second of the game. Prisbilla with a miss. Put back by Bogolki, nearly dropped. Instead, the miss rebounded by Jason Crone. Less than a minute to play in the half. Thrown out of bounds by Sparby, and the Magic will get it back. Fifth ROCORI turnover. ROCORI's gotten almost all of its points from the perimeter. Sparby was hot from the outside. Monticello's been able to work the ball inside a little bit more than ROCORI so far.
Maxwell up calling a special play here for the closing seconds of the half. Working the time down. Initiate something probably around the 10-second mark.
Three. No good. Prisbilla put back. And it's good. 6 for Joel Prisbilla. And Monticello has a 5-point lead at halftime, 33-28. We'll take a break and then take you to Williams Arena right after this.
Hi there. I'm Jack Prescott, one of the busiest bankruptcy lawyers in Minnesota. I can take the fear and the worry out of your bankruptcy. I've filed over 20,000 cases. This is all I do, and I do it well. Call me today, Jack Prescott.
Automatic Garage Door and Fireplace is Minnesota's largest garage door company, featuring LiftMaster garage door openers. Powerful, super quiet, and loaded with safety features. Now on sale at Automatic Garage Door and Fireplace.
Introducing same-day dentures. From only $190, you can have dentures custom-made for you the same day. Our own dentist and on-site lab saves you time and money.
Now that's something to smile about.
Same-day dentures.
Don't go to a superstore to buy an Apple Macintosh. Go to the Apple specialists, Team Electronics. You'll find a wider selection, competitive prices, and
service and support. That's the team difference.
In the spring with savings at Menard. Create a new look with carpeting from Surfaces. Palmetto is great for high traffic areas, including steps and decks, now just $5.59 a square yard. Give your walls a new look for spring with Berkeley and Borden wallpaper. Save on many beautiful patterns starting at just $5.92 a double roll. Unroll the beauty of Berkeley and Borden at Menard.
Save big money at Menards.
Karen Yeager's a First Bank customer, not just because she can transfer funds by phone through Fastline, or use her Checkster card instead of writing checks, or get an account summary from a Fast Bank ATM machine. Karen's a loyal customer because only First Bank puts so many ways of handling her family's money right at her fingertips.
Welcome back to Williams Arena, our second Class A game and Sweet 16 Wednesday. JWP with a 3-point lead over Cromwell.
Right now, the key, I think, for JWP is the fact that James Purcell, the big man for Cromwell, on the bench with 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Probably won't see him for the rest of the half. Back with more after this.
Dairy Queen announces the ultimate super value meal. Start with 66% more beef than a Big Mac, sizzling bacon, 2 layers of cheese, 2 fresh tomato slices, lettuce and zesty sauce. With fries and a drink, it's just $3.49. It's the DQ Homestyle Ultimate. The ultimate super value meal, just $3.49. Only at Dairy Queen. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Munoz isn't a First Bank customer just because they gave him his first checking account, or the car loan that he wanted, or the school loan that he needed. Jim's a First Bank customer because they gave his dad the business loan that he needed to grow the company and hire the right talent to make it prosper.
It's a 3-point lead for JWP. That is James Purcell for Cromwell, the 6'11" senior on the bench. 3 fouls in the first half. Andy Skugman along with Jeff Grayson.
Absolutely right, Marvelous. He went for a pump fake to get that 3rd foul while you were away watching the AA game. Cromwell in the red, and they just get 2 there. That's Oleziak. Ryan Oleziak with 7 of the 13 Cardinal points.
Again, Ryan Oleziak, the leading scorer, also a running back for Cromwell on their 9-man football team, which, by the way, won the championship 1995.
They're the champs there, and they're trying to get one here, too. Bulldogs in white, trimmed with blue, Cromwell in red. That was Zimke, who's got it again. Josh had 6 in the first quarter, and Brian Kelling also had 6, and the turnover, it'll go to Cromwell. So the 2 big men for the Bulldogs, each with 6 active inside.
Yeah, Josh Zimke missed his first 6 shots from the field, but now with 6 points, he's put JWP up by a point.
Certainly things less congested. Purcell on the bench, but Oleziak hits a 3-ball for a Cromwell lead.
Ryan Oleziak and Cromwell, balanced team. They've got it inside and outside, and he's going to have to do it from outside since Purcell on the bench.
James Anderson gets the rebound off the Zimke miss. Cromwell with a 2-point lead early in the second quarter. Steal, Hinsey. Going to the basket. Has it stolen by Oleziak. Outlet pass. Aho.
Oh. Corey Aho. It's run and gun at the barn. We're running and we're gunning.
Boy, this is fun. Zimke forces the issue. Josh Zimke's 2nd foul.
Both big men could be in foul trouble quickly here. Zimke 2, again Purcell with 3.
Both Purcell and Zimke all over the action when they've been on the floor, but getting the fouls. That is Dean Nyberg, and we got a collision right in front of us. Oleziak to the ground, and Brent Fury makes sure he's okay. Good sportsmanship there. We're going to take a timeout here early in the second quarter. It is Cromwell with a 4-point lead on the Clarity scoreboard.
Clarity to control, clarity to control, clarity to control. Broadleaf and corn, section 4.
Control to clarity. Engage.
No other herbicide battles broadleaf weeds like Clarity. It attacks at multiple sites so weeds can't build up a resistance.
Clarity to control, red alert. We have a resistant Congo burn.
No problem. I register no more broadleaves.
All resistance has been crushed.
Clarity, a higher standard of broadleaf control.
If your life is full of demands, get the vehicle that meets them best. Safari from GMC. With the most towing and cargo capacity in its class, it's the only way to get your show on the road. Get the ultimate in family vans. Get a Safari. GMC is a proud television broadcast sponsor of the Minnesota State High School Tournament.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Cromwell with a 4-point lead here. They do it on the break.
Running, gunning so far at the barn. That is Corey Aho with the finish on the break.
Jeff Grayson and Andy Skugman here at Williams Arena. Dick Bramer, Janet Carvening calling AA at the St. Paul Civic Center. We'll take you there in just a little bit. Cromwell in red with the lead. We'll see what they do out of the timeout. I always like to watch what teams do out of the timeouts. Oleziak, he's been a key here offensively for the Cardinals so far. Bounce pass, tricky one. Granholm might have traveled, but they're going to jump it up, of course, the possession arrow. So it'll go to the Bulldogs on the turnover. Just under 6 minutes left in the first half.
JWP carries a 15-game winning streak into this ballgame. They started the season. They won their first 6 games, kind of floundered a little bit. Well, lost 2 games. And they've won 15 straight, 24-3 their record.
10 turnovers for Cromwell, but they get the rebound there off the Kelling miss. Kelling and Zimke, kind of the twin towers in there. Nice spin move, Oleziak. I don't know how he even got that shot up near the basket.
Nice move.
No foul, no basket.
We mentioned Ryan Oleziak, part of the Cromwell 9-man championship team. 4 of the 5 starters on the court for Cromwell also played on that championship team, and their coach, Eric Luseman, says that he thinks that experience will help him in this tournament.
Well, certainly they've been part of a big stadium, big arenas, and pressure that goes with it. Tough jumper there by Barrett, can't hit it. Goes out of bounds to the Bulldogs. And also, when in doubt, you go with athletes, I guess. The more sports, the better.
Yeah, interesting, too. 74 students Cromwell has, smallest school in the state tournament.
Nice inbounds pass. Kelling didn't have a shot. That's Travis Hinsey out to Josh Zimke, a sophomore. Kelling is a senior. Where's number 50? Pull-up jumper, no, by Barrett. Gets it back.
Gets his own rebound on that one.
Inside the big guys, 2-man game. Kelling to Zimke. And it's a 2-point game.
Zimke, the go-to guy for JWP. 17 points he averages.
Well, he's got 8 now. Baseline, that's a 3-ball. Missing everything is Aho. Rebound Kelling up to Travis Hinsey. And he's going right at the basket. Spins, double pumps. Oh, another pretty move, but no result there. Rebound, Cromwell. Oleziak brings it up. You're right, this is run and go.
Back and forth, it's the best way to watch basketball. Don't you think, Jeff?
I like it. I like it. I think that's how most people were brought up to play. Oh, telegraph, Travis Hinsey. 2016, Cromwell.
I think the crowd was
tied at 18, sorry.
I think the crowd was looking for a slam, but he laid it in safely.
Nice bounce pass, but it's stolen. Right back.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Transition, the name of this one. No dribble is safe. Kelling, great hustle. Josh Barrett out of the scramble. We're tied at 18. Barrett's up to Andy Dimmel. Behind the back dribble by Dimmel. Turnaround Kelling. Short. Zimke with a huge rebound. It's blocked by Granholm. Wow, they're really going at it. Kelling. Lots of hard work drawing the foul. There's a timeout coming up here. We are tied in a great first half on the Clarity scoreboard.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
Into the darkness of winter, so why go out now? Because the Toyota Spring Rush is on. If you rush into your dealer, you can see Toyota's classy flagship Avalon. And while everyone else is in hibernation, get a great value on a new Camry. I'm talking best car built in America. You can drive a Camry DX home for just $229 a month. But hurry, they'll be gone before the snow melts. Brand new Toyotas, special Camry values to boot. Wow, what a rush.
Deadlocked at Williams Arena, 18 all, and here's a steal, Andy.
Yeah. all the way down. Travis Hinsey puts it in.
You're at a loss for words.
I am kind of at a loss for words. You know, David Tonoli said he's preaching defense, 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 but they're running back and forth. Not a lot of defense in this game so far. 18 all. There's the turnovers. Cromwell with 13.
Wow, well, they just set up the big man, Zimke again. He's got 10 of the 20 Bulldog points. Cromwell having a bit of difficulty with the press there. 13 Cromwell turnovers, as Andy mentioned. James Anderson over to Granholm. Calling for motion on offense. Man-to-man defense by the Bulldogs. Baseline jumper, that's a 3-ball. Robert Paul for 3. Back comes Dimmel. Drive by Dimmel is good. And the Bulldogs regain the lead 22-21. Anderson over the timeline. He's double teamed. Over to Dahl, who just hit the 3-ball.
There's the defense from JWP right there.
Oleziak, tough jumper. He almost got the 3 to go. Rebound Kelling. He's been big on the boards the entire half. Of course, Purcell, the 6'11" player on the bench for Cromwell. Driving left-handed. Can't hit it. Nice job by Zimke keeping it alive. That was Barrett on the drive. Dimmel inside. Zimke drives and draws a foul. That would have been his 3rd, but it's against Cromwell. Bulldogs with a chance to increase their lead. Zimke going to the line. You see his stats there. He's putting up good numbers already. He's got 11. Fouls on Oleziak. Granholm, I'm sorry, getting the foul.
Full court pressure by JWP, trying to force the turnover.
Steal, and then a foul on Oleziak. It's a 3-point Bulldog lead, and they're making it happen with defense right now.
They did what they wanted to do on that play.
Eric Usselman talking things over with Oleziak. Going to the line, Andy Dimmel.
Ryan Oleziak sprained his ankle earlier in the season, missed 5 games. The team lost twice during that time that he was out, so they definitely need him in the ballgame.
Dimmel makes it a 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. 5'11" senior. Minute 33 left in the first half, and it's been pretty even Steven the whole way. 5-point game right now. We'll take a break. JWP with the lead on the Clarity scoreboard.
Barnes has lined up great savings for your home. Add storage space with organizers from Lee Rowan. Save on a wide selection of racks, shelves, baskets, and more. Linen shelves start at just $3.27. Your kitchen will sparkle with a faucet from Price Pfister. Choose from many styles backed by a lifetime warranty. Single-handle kitchen faucets are $49.97 after rebate. Save on brand name quality at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
With the score tied in the final seconds of the 1995 Boys Basketball Championship game, Minneapolis North star Khalid El Amin misses, but Kayvon Westbury puts in the follow-up with 1.5 seconds left, and Minneapolis North defeats Staples Motley for the championship.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. 5-point lead for JWP.
That is Robert Dahl with the three-pointer for Cromwell. Definitely the Cromwell shooters could cause trouble today. JWP coach David Tonoli says that he's worried about the threes from Oleziak and Nyberg, and there's Dahl hitting one right there. So they've got a lot of weapons from outside.
Well, we'll see if when Purcell comes in the second half, if they play the inside-outside game a little bit. But you're right. There's another one. Three ball. Dahl misses. Rebound, Tanner Schultz just into the game. Stutter step dribble. Hinsey. Oh, up to Westfall. Clint Westfall almost put it in, but he's going to the line, and it looks like Dahl gets the foul.
Almost had the timing a little bit off on that one, but they had the right idea.
Well, if they would have put that in. Great body control by Clint Westfall. Can't put it in, but free throws here. Chance to increase this lead. They're doing it at the line right now. Clint's first points, and it's a 6-point Bulldog lead. 1:05 left in the half. It was a 3-point JWP lead after one. 1 of 2 from the line. Kelling inside.
See, when James Purcell's sitting on the bench, they're going to take over that inside, and that's what's going to happen. I think Cromwell needs to get James Purcell back out there. He's got 3 fouls, obviously. That's why he's on the bench, but he's the key for them.
Oleziak, tough shot hitting the deck. It's a 2. Six-point game now. In the final 35 seconds of the half. Dimmel swings it. Hinsey. Scramble for the ball. What a play coming out of there. Nyberg, and he's fouled. I don't know if there's going to be a foul. I think it's just going to be Cromwell ball.
Yep, you're right, Jeff.
Out of the scramble, coming right at you on the run. That's Dean Nyberg, and Dimmel stripped the ball. And Nyberg hit the deck, but no foul. So we take a look at Clint Westfall. He was one of those players diving to the floor, I think, in that out of that fray there.
Looks like he might have cut himself, maybe bloody nose or got something. Maybe just looks like they're wiping some blood off his face there somewhere.
Almost a steal by Hinsey. He's had a couple of those already. 3 ball, Nyberg. Here comes the 3 ball, and it's a 3-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Barrett, tough shot.
Gets it to go, though. Pull up right in the lane. Smart play.
And it's a backcourt foul on Brian Kelling with half a second left. So the Cardinals are going to the line here, and I know that David Tonoli probably didn't want that foul, but half a second left. It'll be Oleziak at the line. Oleziak with 12 points in the first half. 12 of the 26.
Yeah, the 5'9" senior not going to the line there. Mr.
Well, everybody thought they were, and there's the last shot of the half. So JWP with a 3-point lead after the first quarter, and Dave Tonoli takes a 5-point lead to the halftime break. 31-26 right now. We're getting ready for halftime here. More of the Sweet 16 when we come back.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Another day. Go to the office, go to a meeting, get lunch.
Can I take your order?
Go to the bank. Take the dog to the vet for shots.
When you're being tested all day, why not test this? Eagle Talon. Sporty, fun to drive, and it won't test your budget.
Pick up Mom at the airport.
So, you ever gonna get married?
Maybe take Mom back to the airport.
Eagle Talon just might be the best part of your day.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
So, are you with AT&T? No. Oh, how's your long-distance company working out for you?
I'm not happy at all.
But what if I gave you some really good reasons to switch to AT&T, including up to 100 free AT&T minutes?
That would be wonderful.
Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, spend $25 a month and you save 25% on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
It's easy.
It's free. You can call anyone, anywhere in the U.S. And you see your savings on your AT&T phone bill.
I don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out.
No, but you do have to be an AT&T customer. Switch now and we'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates, good for up to 100 free AT&T minutes. You can use your free minutes to call, well, anybody. So, what are you gonna do?
Switch to AT&T.
Good. Then why not give us a call right now?
You didn't ask me what I was going to do.
Okay. Who's the long-distance company for you?
It's hands down AT&T.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
At the Civic Center, Monticello has opened up what was a 5-point lead at half, 33-28 into a 9-point lead. On the run, Free with a miss. Follow-up is good. John Free with 14 points. He had 10 in the first half. And the lead grows to 11 for ROCORI. They've had a tough time getting anyone involved in their offense other than the guy with the ball. Sparby tried to find Jason Crone down low and threw it out of bounds. Sparby has 22 of his team's 36 points on the First Bank scoreboard. It's Monticello by 11.
I have 21 horses to look after and over 25 snow-covered acres to take care of.
Michelle Schuler runs a boarding stable, and she couldn't go a day without her Chevy Blazer.
A lot of people trust me with their horses. I trust the Chevy Blazer, and it's been a real asset around here.
Right now, Lisa's Chevy Blazer for only $2.99 a month for 30 months. A Blazer for $2.99 a month just makes good horse sense.
It's easy to see why Blazer puts the competition out to pasture.
The Chevy Truck 100,000-mile club. Only at your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealer.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Thanks for making your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
This is not the first basketball tournament for the gentleman on your right.
Indeed not. That's Jerry Seaman. He is the director of NFL officials from Fridley. Of course, he used to be the supervisor of officials here at the state tournaments for many, many years.
Hall of Fame inductee along with you and what do you have? The class of 10 that went in this year?
Class of 10, that's right. And his son, by the way, is officiating this game, Jeff Seaman.
Not the football player, the guy in the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
I'm sure it's a proud moment for Jerry to see his son out here following in his footsteps.
2 misses inside and a third try for Nico Dominguez. He'll go to the free throw line. He got 2 close-in tries, and now he'll have to get his points from the free throw line. Foul called on Brian Stang of ROCORI. 2.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter with Monticello leading by 11. Dan Hondel checking back in. Remember, he left early in the first half with 3 fouls.
All right, who's got shooting now? Mikey?
3 points now for Dominguez. Rebounded by Hondel.
Well, the difference in the game in the first half, at least, was that Monticello was able to get to the free throw line and 6 for 10 from the free throw line there, and also out rebounding ROCORI.
Dominguez in the ball game right now for Prisbilla, who certainly has been a force, if not offensively, defensively. He's really clogged up the middle with his 6'10" frame and those long arms. Tipped out of bounds. ROCORI will keep it. And now Prisbilla comes back in along with Troy Bagalki, who has had himself a great game. Bagalki on the right. He's got 16 points, which is impressive given the fact that he is not 100%, according to Max Lavelle.
Well, Bagalki, number 45 in white, makes a lot of things happen. He's really scrappy. He's a good outside shooter.
Reminds me a little bit of Blaine Yeager, who did such a good job for Staples Motley, not just last year, but in other years. In the state tournament last year. Good outside shot. That's down underneath, and there is Voigt. 8 points for Mike Voigt. I'll tell you the story about Voigt. He was in this tournament last year for Duluth East. His family moved to Foley, and Voigt, because he grew up with a lot of the ROCORI Spartan players, he enrolled at ROCORI instead of Foley. And he's been a big help to the Spartans getting back to the state tournament.
He has had as many as 27 points there. You can see Mike Voigt. But he did go kindergarten through 6th grade at ROCORI. And when he heard that his former team, Duluth East, had made it to the state tournament, he wanted in a big way to get back here.
Yeah, Bob Brink said it was the best game he played when he found out Duluth East was in, and he knew he wanted to get back in too. And sure enough, both the Greyhounds and Mike Voigt are in the tournament again, although the Greyhounds lost our opening game here this afternoon. Voigt takes the 15-footer short. Rebounded by Eric Boucher. Follow-up no good. Prisbilla had it and lost it. It was picked up by Bagalki.
Well, it's as great a day as Sparby's had. Voigt's going to need to pick up a little bit on the scoring. They're going to need to get a little more balance if they want to close the gap here as the clock ticks down in the 3rd quarter.
A 10-point game. Monticello in front, hoping to take the last shot. Ryan Mack in the ball game for Monticello at the end of the 3rd period. Mack has the ball now.
I would think that young man probably will look for the shot free.
Off the screen from Prisbilla. Thrown out of bounds. He threw it a little bit too hard for Bagalki along the baseline. 9.6 seconds left. Sparby probably will take the shot for ROCORI. Nope, blocked by Prisbilla. The shot came from Eric Boucher, and they're going to call a jump ball as the shot was smothered right at the point of release. Much to the chagrin of Bob Brink. Game was tied after the 1st quarter, 20-20. Another block by Prisbilla. And a follow-up shot, no good, by Jason Crone. Well, we had a great 4th quarter comeback in our 1st game. ROCORI hopes there's a great comeback in our 2nd game. They head into the 4th quarter down by 10.
Clarity to control, clarity to control, clarity to control. Broadleaf and corn, section 4.
Control to clarity. Engage.
No other herbicide battles broadleaf weeds like Clarity. It attacks at multiple sites so weeds can't build up a resistance.
Clarity to control, red alert. We have a resistant cockle burn.
No problem. I register no more broadleaves.
All resistance has been crushed.
Clarity, a higher standard of broadleaf control.
Keith and Stephanie Brennan each opened a portfolio IRA, not just because it combines various accounts into one plan with one easy-to-read statement. They open portfolio IRAs because they can include a wide range of options from both First Bank and FPS Investment Services, which gives them the flexibility to go in whatever direction they ultimately decide to go.
with Janet Carvin and Dick Bramer at the St. Paul Civic Center. In our opening game, Duluth East was down by 18 points late in the third quarter. They came back to force an overtime before losing to St. Thomas Academy. We'll see what kind of comeback ROCORI can make here. Mikulski to Przybilla. Shot blocked by Sparby. And it goes out of bounds. Or yeah, ROCORI will get the basketball out of bounds. Sparby with a couple of three-point baskets. 10 field goals for Kip Sparby. Leaner in the lane, no good. Boucher tried to tuck it under Joel Przybilla.
Boucher has no fear. He's going in there and looking for the shot. Monticello has stayed in that 2-3 zone, and it's been very effective.
Przybilla with another block. And a basket for Handel, his first of the game. Przybilla lost his man. Mikulski found him. And a foul underneath, sending Przybilla to the line. 2 Spartans ended up on the floor on that play. Eric Boucher committed the foul.
There you can see the inside entry pass.
I beg your pardon, the foul is on Handel. Boucher was the other Spartan sent to the floor. And Handel now will have to sit down.
Well, Handel's saying
4 fouls.
He didn't touch him, but I think that somebody must have taken his legs out from underneath him to bring big Przybilla down to the ground.
One of 2 for Przybilla. 7 points for the 6'10" sophomore. Sparby between his legs. Got it to Crone. Drive. Carlson blocks. A miss on the weak side. And timeout is called. Great hustle by Sam Johnson, who called the timeout, tumbling to the floor on the Jeep Eagles scoreboard. Monticello has a 9-point lead.
You have children involved in sports, there's only one eyeglass lens they should be wearing, the polycarbonate lens. Look what happens to a standard plastic lens when struck by a projectile. Compare this to a polycarbonate lens. Notice the projectile simply bounced off the polycarbonate lens without breaking it. Be safe and choose polycarbonate lenses for your all-star player. Vision World, Minnesota's locally owned optical company.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
I'm Joey Kimball from Stillwater Area High School.
And I'm David Quill from Newland Spicer High School.
We're the AAA award winners from Region 4AA
and Region 5A. The state high school tournament continues here on UPN 9.
Got to come up big for plans this weekend? Then check out the weekend calendar, Thursdays, on Minnesota's most convenient newscast. We'll help you out. You know, like Julie on the Lift Boat.
Dick Bramer at the St. Paul Civic Center. Monticello leading. They've led since the start of the second quarter. It was tied at 20 after the first 8 minutes. Corey putting on a press. Salter a little stop-and-go move. And now Free will back it up. Sam Johnson seeing a lot of playing time in the second half. three-pointer. Bigalki fighting for the rebound. It's tied up between Bigalki and Jason Crone. And on the alternate possession, ROCORI will get it. In the game so far, Joel Przybilla has 11 rebounds and 7 blocks and 7 points. Sparby bouncing it back into the lane, picked up by Voigt. Przybilla with the rebound. Lost it to Handel. Back outside, Sparby for 3. For Kip Sparby. Przybilla. Pass stolen by Voigt. Blocked by Przybilla. And a foul on ROCORI.
ROCORI trying to rally here, but Przybilla really hustled down the court to block that shot and break up any hopes to convert on the turnover. I think it was on the way up. Some of the Curry fans were wanting a goaltending call, but it was a good block by Przybilla.
Mike Carlson with the shot, and again, it's a misconception in basketball. There's a block at midcourt and a foul on Sparby. The shot can hit the glass and still be blocked legally. It's not necessarily that the block has to occur before it touches the backboard. If in the officials ruling, the path of the ball is still going up. And very often on layups, that can be the case off the glass, that the ball has not started its downward flight. Bigalki, tough shot, and he's fouled. For Troy Bigalki, 10 in the second half.
Well, Bigalki's a competitor. You can see it in his eyes. He had fire in his eyes when he got the ball out on the wing. And Carlson kind of knocked the ball loose out of his hands when he was standing on the perimeter, and it almost kind of drew more fire. He decided, I'm going to take it in and hit this shot.
Yeah, Max Lavelle said physically Troy Bigalki is only about 80%, but he be here at 100% this afternoon. He's had a great game in the opening game of this year's tournament, and the Magic are up again by 9.
Before your next haircut, ask yourself a few quick questions. Is your hair salon open evenings and weekends? Great Clips is. Does your hair salon clearly post their prices?
$21? Last time it was only $16.
Great Clips does. Are the stylists at your hair salon courteous and friendly? Are they professionally trained? Do they stand behind their work? If your hair salon is Great Clips, then you already know the answers. Great Clips. Guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
The man was an animal. Jeffrey? All through lunch, there's bacon flying this way, cheese flying that way.
Hardee's introduces the ultimate bacon cheeseburger.
He didn't just eat it, he attacked it.
Sizzling bacon, melted Swiss and American cheese. It's all burger. All mine.
So what'd you do then? Took him to a chick flick.
That's some burger.
Tonight, shopping.
The new ultimate bacon cheeseburger from Hardee's.
So what'd you have for lunch today?
Enjoy the ultimate omelet biscuit at breakfast tomorrow for just 99 cents.
Welcome back to the Civic Center with Monticello in front, 52-43. We'll take you back to Williams Arena in just a little bit. Troy Bigalki, just a junior, having a great game. Joel Przybilla has been a big force inside defensively for the Magic.
We talked about his lower back injury, and for those of us that have played in games with lower back injuries, they really hurt. You can feel them on every breath and every rebound. And
last basket by Dan Handel. 7-point game. Ball tied up. Voigt wrestles it away from Jake Lindquist. Sparby banks home a three.
He's a little embarrassed. He didn't intend to bank that shot. But he'll take it.
Here we go again. A 4-point game. Bigalki to Przybilla. 6-point game.
Przybilla got everybody from Monticello up on their feet with that one.
Foul on Monticello's John Free.
There you can see the nice pass from Bigalki over to Przybilla. He was ready to put it down.
Sparby.
Does he feel it or what?
Bigalki. Rebounded by Voigt. And he threw Bigalki to the floor in the process. Voigt, 1-point game. What an opening round for this year's boys basketball tournament.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Here's another clever idea from Plymouth. To make the new Plymouth Grand Voyager even more versatile, they simply went back to the drawing board. And voila, a driver's side sliding door was born. Now it's twice as easy to get into, twice as easy to get out of, twice as easy to load, twice as easy to unload. Grand Voyager. It simply slides, folds, protects, unfolds, rolls, and drives better.
Over at Williams Arena, Janesville Waldorf Pemberton is leading Cromwell 49-39. Kip Sparby has been on fire in each half. He has 16 in the first half, 15 in the second half, 3 threes in a row, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, and you've got to look to him down the stretch. He's been the hot hand. You don't want to go away from him, and he should keep looking. He's got the green light. 31 points for Kip Sparby.
Przybilla back to Bigalki. Just over 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. They leave Salter open. Rebounded by Handel. And a foul on Bigalki.
Well, Handel's in foul trouble himself, but you should be careful because that could have gone the other way too. Bigalki wishing for an offensive charge.
ROCORI with a chance to take the lead. They were down a dozen late in the third quarter. Voigt walked. For ROCORI, 8 turnovers in the game. Our first AA game went into overtime. We may be headed there again. Two and a half minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
And Monticello obviously looks for Przybilla inside, but he does a nice job when he's double teamed of kicking it back out.
Bigalki lost it. It was slapped out of his hands, out of bounds. Monticello will keep it.
And it's nice to have a big guy in there who recognizes the double teams and finds the open player, and that's what happened that time that he got the ball to Bigalki for the drive.
and he keeps the ball up high where no one else can reach it. And Bigalke has to call a timeout. ROCORI's Mike Carlson was covering the inbounds pass. We'll take a break and return with more from St. Paul in a moment.
The gym is Minnesota's best training facility for people serious about getting in shape. Whatever your goal, we'll set up a specific program for you and provide one-on-one support. Call the gym today. We guarantee results.
Hi, I'm Tony Elfelt. For over 12 years, we've been helping injured people get fair settlements. Insurance companies have their lawyers, and so should you.
Tony Elfelt and Associates, 444-4444. Tough lawyers who care.
Rita Amborn. Whatever your age is, we've got the look. Color. Handsome. Smart. Sophisticated. If you demand style, Rita Amborn.
Here's more great deals from Rax Restaurants. Try one of our delicious sandwiches and a combo meal with fries and a drink. And for a limited time, the Rax roast beef combo, just $2.49. Rax Restaurants, Anoka, Burnsville, and Roseville.
2:19 left in the fourth quarter here at Williams Arena. They're just starting the fourth quarter with Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton leading 51-39 over Cromwell. Monticello with a 1-point lead on the basketball. Drives and misses. Rebounded by Bigalke. He's blocked. Sparby got the block and a loose ball. Voigt for three. And the rebound picked off by ROCORI's Pro. Sparby for another three. 34 for Kip Sparby.
When you're a shooter like that and you're on like Kip Sparby is, all you need is a moment of daylight and you're going to nail it. That was free.
Tied up at 56. 16 for John Freed.
This has been a fun game.
Wow.
Easy for us to say we're not up on the edge like all of the fans and the coaches here.
Bob Brink holding up one finger. And the Spartans will go for one shot and the win.
And Monticello only has 3 team fouls. They don't want to foul, obviously. It's a tough position to be in when you're the defensive team, though.
And now a timeout is called by Jason Crone. The last time ROCORI led midway through the second quarter, it was 28-27. They had a very brief lead, but right now we're tied.
You may never see these numbers again. 4-8 financing or $2,000 cash back. The great percent event is coming to an end, so get a great deal while you can. Like 4-8 financing for 48 months or $600 cash back on Ford Taurus, Ranger, Contour, and Probe. 4-8 financing or $1,000 cash back on the 3-door Escort or Windstar, and up to $2,000 cash back on Bronco. You may never see these numbers again. 4-8 financing or $2,000 cash back. So get them while you can. Get to your Northland Ford dealer today.
Karen Yeager's a First Bank customer, not just because she can transfer funds by phone through Fastline, or use her Checkster card instead of writing checks, or get an account summary from a Fast Bank ATM machine. Karen's a loyal customer because only First Bank puts so many ways of handling her family's money right at her fingertips.
Tough game for ROCORI's Dan Hondo. Foul trouble and now a cut over his left eye. And they'll need to hustle to get it bandaged in time for him to play here in the final moments of what has been a tremendous second game here at the Civic Center. There's the bandage, and he's on the floor. ROCORI with a chance to win it with the last shot. Crone, just a freshman, on the floor at crunch time.
Well, look for 34 or 54. Sparby or Voigt with the basketball right now to take that last shot.
Sparby's already scored 34, and he wears number 34. Nearly stolen by Przybilla. Knocked to the floor, and a foul called on Przybilla with 1.7 seconds left. That is the fourth foul on Monticello. No free throws here.
Really no harm either in that foul. Przybilla doing a nice job of covering out. Crone went to the floor, but it'll just be ROCORI's ball out of bounds.
Is this fun or what? This is tremendous. An 18-point comeback in the first game, a 12-point comeback here in the second game.
Well, while Monticello had the fouls to give with only 14 fouls on the floor, they do not want to foul anyone in the act of shooting. Obviously, with 1.7 seconds, you know it's going to be one of two guys taking that last shot. Sparby or Voigt. If you're Monticello, what you want to do, though, is deny those people the ball, especially Sparby, because he's just unconscious today.
34 points, 6 3-pointers, one of them banked in from the top of the key. You don't want to mess with him.
When you're hot, you're hot. And if they can keep the ball out of his hands, not even let him get the ball in bounds here, they will increase their chances to hang on here and force the game into overtime.
Voigt will put it in play. Not much time, and they didn't get it off. And we're headed to our second overtime game here this afternoon.
You know, sometimes these first round games aren't very close, but we haven't had that complaint today at all. Very well played, evenly matched teams.
We'll be back with another overtime for you in a moment.
There are bounties in life you couldn't begin to measure, and yields that take a generation to know. For that other crop coming up, there's Basis post-emergence herbicide. Basis has won past control of the grasses and broadleaf weeds that worry you most for about $12 an acre, half the cost of most pre-programs. Basis, 'cause life's a harvest, and corn isn't all you're raising.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540 to 310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works. With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
You see action at Williams Arena, and obviously action here has started in the overtime period. 56 apiece. ROCORI with the opening tap.
Jeff Grayson along with Andy Skugman, Williams Arena. That's your score. 5.5 left in the fourth. Andy Cromwell making a run here. It's down to 10.
Yeah, 57-47 JWP. They were up by 5 at the half. They extended that lead thanks to Josh Zimke. He has 18 points, 6 third quarter points for Josh Zimke. We're going to go back now to the Civic Center and Dick Braden.
56 apiece in the overtime, and going to the line for Monticello is Joel Przybilla. Dan Handel fouled out just a moment ago with his 5th foul. Handel's had a tough assignment here, trying to guard a man much taller than he is. Hondo giving away 6 inches to Joel Przybilla. So he fouls out. Przybilla at the line to get the first overtime points. He'll have a 1-and-1. Sparby rebound.
Well, ROCORI has won 3 out of 4 overtime games this year. They've had quite a few, really. Actually, 5 overtime. I'm sorry, 4 out of 5. They had a triple overtime against Wilmer. They won that one. They lost another overtime with Wilmer, and they also beat Sartell in overtime. A lot of overtime experience for Bob Brink, who has over 600 wins in his career. He'd like one more today.
Sparby almost had it tipped away from behind. Finds a man underneath. Mike Carlson with the basket. And ROCORI leads by 2. Przybilla has it tipped away by Sparby. What a game by Kim Sparby, and Bogolki travels. Now ROCORI with the lead and the basketball. Freshman. Eric Schmitz, a sophomore, also in for ROCORI, replacing Handel. This is Eric Schmitz. Underneath, Boyd has a pass tipped away. Bogolki calls timeout as he falls out of bounds. What a play by Troy Bogolki. The pass was tipped by Sam Johnson, and Bogolki caught it, called for the timeout. On the First Bank scoreboard, it's a 2-point game in overtime.
National Camera Exchange is having an inventory clearance sale. As you might have guessed, things are moving rather quickly around here. We have hundreds of items that are marked down in all departments. SLR and point-and-shoot cameras, binoculars, dear me, camcorders and VCRs, and TVs, including big screens. You'll find great bargains on closeouts and demos. National Camera's inventory clearance sale. We're just glad we're not in the used car business. Good heavens.
You asked for it. Now come and get it. Cash back. Now through April 3rd only, Pontiac's biggest cash back of the year, including a $500 cash bonus on any new Pontiac. Choose cash back up to $1,500 or 4.8 financing on a new Pontiac, plus $500 bonus cash. $500 bonus cash on top of your most exciting Pontiac deal. Limited time offer. Hurry to your Pontiac excitement dealers.
Heads up play here by Troy Bogolki.
What hustle. There you can see him going out of bounds in the air. He's looking at the official saying, hey, timeout, Mr. Official. He didn't realize he was going to fall into a table afterwards. But I know it was worth it.
ROCORI by 2.
And Bogolki right there with the basketball is probably going to have to be the one along with Free to make the offense happen. Przybilla's done a nice job today, though. He's had some rough luck around the basket, though, and got most of his points on rebounds, but there's Bogolki.
Troy Bogolki with the follow-up, and we're tied again. Sparby in the lane, back outside. Now ROCORI will reset.
Sparby felt Przybilla breathing down his neck.
Sparby and Voigt will do the bulk of the ball handling here for ROCORI. Less than a minute to play. .45 seconds left. Bob Brink pointing skyward at the clock.
double overtime?
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to say anything after this first overtime. A foul on Bigalki. Monticello still has one more to give. Just the second foul on Bigalki. One shot Bob Brink wants, and he wants it with about 4 seconds left. And he might want it from Kip Sparby, you think?
I think that's a good hunch. There is a clock right on top of the backboard, so players can look up there and see the time remaining. Monticello does not want any foul.
Nearly stolen by Przybilla. Voigt to win it. Let's play one more, shall we?
Well, that was exactly the kind of shot that ROCORI wanted. One of their main scorers, Mike Voigt, in the lane. He just couldn't get it to drop.
Let's quickly go to Williams Arena.
Welcome back to the barn. Jeff Grayson, Andy Skugman. It looks like Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton will advance to the round of 8, the quarterfinals, but there's still 1:59 left. They lead 59-47.
Josh Zimke for JWP, definitely the difference in the second half. 6 third-quarter points, 18 overall, as JWP kind of pulled away from this one.
James Purcell, the 6'11 senior for Cromwell, never really got into this game. He got 3 early fouls, and, well, he's blocked some shots, has not been a factor on offense, as there's a foul on Dean Nyberg of Cromwell.
Well, you knew James Purcell was the key for Cromwell, for them to have a shot, and he sat on the bench for most of the first half, and it's been tough going for Cromwell ever since. Let's go back to the Civic Center now in Dick Brainerd.
Each team scoring just 2 points in the first overtime period. And now overtime number 2. 4-minute periods in overtime. Monticello controlling the tap. Przybilla out jumping 6'4" freshman Jason Crone. Przybilla backs his way in and scores. 11 points for Przybilla. Monticello is back in front.
Przybilla was kind of lonely with only one guy on him. He said, hey, I better make a move to the basket here. Nice decision making and recognition, I guess, for a high percentage shot from Monticello.
3-point try. The ROCORI lead. Mike Carlson hits his first 3 of the game.
I was just thinking during that last time out that Mike Carlson's been kind of quiet today. He hasn't really got his shot going that much. We haven't called his name very much, but he picked a dandy time to get involved with the offense.
Ryan Mack beating Przybilla. 3 feeds Przybilla. Too strong. Rebounded by Salter, and he brings it back out. 3. Leans in the lane. Whistle and a foul called on Przybilla. Monticello bench wanted a foul called on Mike Voigt. None came. And now with 2:35 left. Eric Schmitz hits a 3.
Well, you can see why Bob Brink likes the 3-point rule after all. His team has certainly been able to hit their share.
Schmitz off the bench playing for the fouled out Dan Hondel. Ryan Mack with a miss. Przybilla, no basket, no basket. A ROCORI foul. Foul called on Jason Crone, his second.
Well, the bodies were flying everywhere. on that one. The freshman will receive the foul. Crone has played some valuable minutes, though. Some nice play from him.
ROCORI leads it by 4 after trailing by 12. Let's go back to Williams Arena.
Welcome back to Williams Arena. Not much change here. 1:20 left. JWP keeping the lead in double digits. You see it's at 12 right now.
About the only thing that's changed since we last talked to you is that Josh Zimke now has 20 points, not 18. And again, 61-49 JWP over Cromwell.
The sophomore playing like a senior today. He's got the ball right there. That's Josh Barrett, who's fouled by Dean Nyberg. Nyberg with 13 today, and Ryan Oleziak leading with 20, but with 1:04 left, they're down 12. So it looks like right now JWP will advance to the round of 8.
David Tonoli has preached defense, defense, defense all year. They've averaged, their opponents have averaged only 45 points, Cromwell with 49. They were worried about James Purcell. We talked about him all throughout this game at the beginning of the game. And the 6'11 senior on the bench most of the way because of foul trouble. He had 3 in the first quarter of play.
Let's send it back now to the Civic Center, a barn burner, Dick and Janet.
Kip Sparby with 34 points, but he has not scored in a while for ROCORI. He's obviously drawing a lot of defensive attention, but his teammates have picked him up here. Prisbilla going to the line with his team down by 4 and needing every free throw they can get. Rebounded by Jason Crone.
Prisbilla just a little flat on his shots, not much of an arc to them, and he's got nice form and shooting straight to the basket, but he just needs a little bit higher follow through on his shot.
Foul on free. Get this. Kip Sparby has 34 points. This will be his first free throw of the afternoon.
That's what happens to people who end up being perimeter shooters, and they don't end up going to the free throw line very much. At 6'5", he likes to take that outside shot.
Rebound tipped out by Jason Crone. Prisbilla mistimed his jump, and Crone tipped it out. And now Crone will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Well, Sparby was upset with himself, but even good shooters miss free throws from time to time.
Free throw line's too close to the basket for him. Jason Crone called up from the junior varsity late in the year, and he really has given the Spartans a lift this year. He misses, and a lane violation on Sparby, I believe. A foul on the free throw as he knocked down Jake Lindquist. A costly foul on Sparby because now with the clock stopped, the Magic have a chance to draw closer. Lindquist at the line. He has not scored tonight. Very short. Rebounded by Voigt. Had 3 straight 1-and-1 misses here in this overtime. Another foul on free. Max Lavelle looking on. Into the ball game, Ryan Mack replacing Jake Lindquist. Sparby will get another chance from the line. Another 1-and-1.
Both teams have 9 team fouls, so from this point on, in the 10th, they'll be shooting 2 shots on any foul. Oh, another surprising miss from Sparby.
4 straight 1-and-1 misses. Monticello down by 4. 1:35 left. Bigolke for 3. Rebounded by Salter for 3. Rebounded by Carlson. Now ROCORI will go to the free throw line. Bigolke committing a foul on Carlson.
Monticello has to do that because they're in a situation where they still need 2 possessions.
The winner of this game, provided it ends will play Staples Motley tomorrow in the opening game at noon. Hoping to survive opening day. Neither coach survived last year. 2 free throws this time for ROCORI. And Carlson gets the first one. Brisbilla rebounds.
5-point difference, still 2 possessions. One of them has to be a 3-point conversion now. Things are looking tougher for Monticello.
Bugolke driving. Gets 2. And a timeout called by the Magic. Bugolke goes to sit down, and maybe he's just tired, but he was holding his lower back. He's had to play an awful lot of basketball here this afternoon. This has been a tremendous afternoon of high school basketball on the Menard scoreboard. ROCORI leading in our second overtime.
Mouth-watering offer from Subway. Buy a 6-inch Subway seafood and crab sub and get a second absolutely free. That's 2 6-inch Subway seafood and crab subs for the price of 1. You can't afford to let them pass.
Hi, I'd like a haircut, please.
I'm thrilled.
Tired of salons that always give you the phony treatment?
Nice hair.
At Great Clips, we promise to always serve you in a friendly, courteous manner. Great Clips, guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style. At Great Clips, if you're not 100% satisfied with your haircut, we'll make it right, guaranteed. Because at Great Clips, our stylists stand behind every haircut. Great Clips, guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
ROCORI leading by 3 in the game at Williams Arena. Janesville Waldorf Pemberton has defeated Cromwell 67-55. A little over a minute to play. A 5-second call. ROCORI turns it over.
Well, I spoke prematurely because you don't need 3-pointers if you can create turnovers, and the last big drive by Bugolke shows that they can score quickly.
Brisbilla back in for Monticello. Bugolke will inbound it with 1:03 left.
Nice job by Carlson to fight through the screen there.
Free to tie it up. Short. Bugolke had it for a moment. Sparby came away with it. Lost it twice, nearly to Bugolke. Sparby will go back to the line again. That is the, well, Monticello's over the 10 foul limit, so Sparby will get 2 here. Points for Kip Sparby. But he is 0 for 3 from the line in overtime. And Bob Brink says, let's get a little bit more arc on that free throw.
Up and out, not just out on your shot. He's got beautiful form, but I think psychologically it's kind of wearing on him. But that makes it 4 points, and that was an important one.
Bugolke back to free. Block. Big block by Carlson. And a foul in the lane. Mike Carlson blocked Bugolke's shot. And the Spartans will go back to the free throw line.
Well, you knew it was going to be Bugolke or Free trying to launch from out there, but ROCORI had that line covered.
Max Lavelle calling Troy Bogolke over. Sparby will get 2 more free throws. Dan Hondel's fouled out. Took a cut over his left eye. It's 36 for Kip Sparby. But 4 missed free throws in the overtime. Free for 3. Banks it in. We're not done yet.
Oh.
19 for John Free. And it's 67-65.
Well, Free probably had to put a little bit extra on it. You know, when you're outside 19 feet 9 inches and you're in a second overtime in the game, you're tired. He is out there a long ways.
That's why they put that big sheet of glass up there, right?
Plexiglass, right? That one hit pretty hard, but it was on the right line, obviously.
You're going to guard the
and they'll take it.
The ball out of bounds. You understand? So that would probably be Jake here. Okay? You're going to double. You're going to be looking for any guy. You're just a piece of any guy that looks to get the open look at the pass. You got to get there. You got to look over your shoulder. You got to get there. Right? You have no timeouts left. None. We get the steal. We got to get in John or Troy's hand and push it up and just get any shot. 1, 2, 3.
Max Lavelle trying to get the ball back in a hurry. Matt Salter. Somebody from Monticello likely will have to foul after the ball is thrown inbounds, if it is done so successfully. Crone, the freshman, will inbound it. There's a foul on Bogolke before the ball ever got inbounds, and that's his 5th.
Well, I think he was trying to prevent Sparby from even getting his hands on the basketball.
23 points for Troy Bogolke.
The only consolation for them is that very little time went off the clock, if any.
What a game for Troy Bogolke. His afternoon, however, overshadowed by Kip Sparby and his 36 points. At the line, Eric Schmitz, who hit a big 3 in this second overtime. No, I beg your pardon. It'll be Sparby at the line. Or who will be at the line. Brisbilla back in as Bogolke checks out. And it will be Sparby at the line for 2.
He has not shot well from the line here down the stretch.
Even if he makes one, unless he makes them both, Monticello will have a good chance here with a 3.
He held his follow through a long time on that one. He made sure of it.
Look at that smile. 38 for Kip Sparby. Ooh, nearly double dribbled by Free. 3-point try off, no good. Rebounded by Mack. Follow-up shot, no good. Lindquist misses tip. And that's the game in 2 overtimes. ROCORI wins it. Down by 12. The Spartans come back to advance.
Jim Munoz isn't a First Bank customer just because they gave him his first checking account, or the car loan that he wanted, or the school loan that he needed. Jim's a First Bank customer because they gave his dad the business loan that he needed to grow the company and hire the right talent to make it prosper.
There's nothing like a Jimmy to help you stay on top of things. Get some peace of mind. Get a Jimmy. GMC is a proud television broadcast sponsor of the Minnesota State High School Tournament.
So, are you with AT&T?
No.
Oh, how's your long-distance company working out for you?
I'm not happy at all.
But what if I gave you some really good reasons to switch to AT&T, including up to 100 free AT&T minutes?
That would be wonderful.
Only AT&T customers can get AT&T True Reach savings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, spend $25 a month and you save 25% on every type of call on your AT&T phone bill.
It's easy.
It's free. You can call anyone, anywhere in the U.S. And you see your savings on your AT&T phone bill.
I don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out.
No, but you do have to be an AT&T customer. Switch now and we'll send you AT&T long-distance certificates, good for up to 100 free AT&T minutes. You can use your free minutes to call, well, anybody. So, what are you going to do?
Switch to AT&T.
Good. Then why not give us a call right now?
You didn't ask me what I was going to do.
Okay. Who's the long-distance company for you?
It's hands down AT&T.
That's your true choice, AT&T.
ROCORI with a win over Monticello, 69-67. We'll wrap this game up in a few moments, but let's right now go over to Williams Arena and Jeff Grayson.
All right, thank you, Dick Bramer. Well, our game not as close. Janesville Waldorf Pemberton with a 12-point win over Cromwell. Held off the Cardinals at every turn. Jeff Grayson back at the barn with Andy Skugman. Bulldogs just would not give up that lead.
I think the two keys to this game were the Cromwell turnovers and the play of JWP's Josh Zimke in the second half. Zimke got off to a slow start, only missed his first 6 field goals of the game, ended up with 23 points, though, to lead all scorers.
It's hard to believe that he's only a sophomore. You look at him going in there against James Purcell, who is a senior, and you might think that Zimke is a senior himself. He's still got 2 more years.
Right, which brings us to another key of the game that we failed to mention earlier. I failed to mention James Purcell, the 6'11 senior from Cromwell, did not play most of this game, at least most of the first half. He had 3 fouls in the first quarter, so that definitely went JWP's way to not have James Purcell, the tallest player in the tournament,
That's true.
out on the floor.
Not the factor that they wanted him to be. And that brings us to our American Dairy Player of the Game. American Dairy Association's Player of the Game is Josh Zimke, who will receive a certificate and donation sent to Janesville Waldorf Pemberton. On behalf of Josh Zimke, from your local dairy farmers who ask,
got milk? Josh Zimke, you were saying that he played like a senior. He also plays a lot taller than he is. He's only 6'4", but it's hard to tell out there. Again, 23 points for Zimke, 8 boards. He was also 8 of 10 from the free throw line. So Josh Zimke should say 23 points, not 22.
That's right. Great game for Josh Zimke, so we'll see JWP move on to the round of 8 as the tournament continues. And we're coming back with much more tonight, of course, and we still are going to send it back to the Civic Center. Dick Bramer and Janet Carpenter are there, and they have had 2 great games going overtime in both. We'll hear from them when we come back as Game Time on UPN 9 continues.
Dodge Ram is #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. #1 in horsepower. #1 in torque. Even #1 in payload and overall power. In fact, Dodge Ram is #1 in more categories than any full-size pickup. So it should come as no surprise that across America, Dodge pickups are #1 in sales growth. Now get up to $670 in savings on the hottest truck on the road today, Dodge Ram.
After one half of football, San Francisco leads New York 540-310.
In the future, it won't be just how hard you play, but how good your sports drink works.
Please make your selection.
With a third more carbs than Gatorade and B vitamins to unlock carbohydrate energy. All Sport is not just a thirst quencher. It's a body quencher.
Isn't that new 300-pound ball?
Yeah, here you go.
There are bounties in life you couldn't begin to measure, and yields that take a generation to know. For that other crop coming up, there's Basis post-emergence herbicide. Basis has won past control of the grasses and broadleaf weeds that worry you most for about $12 an acre, half the cost of most pre-programs. Basis, 'cause life's a harvest, and corn isn't all you're raising.
Okay, watch closely. This is the DQ Treatza Pizza. But it's not a hot eat. It's a cool treat. A treat you eat like pizza. The crust is made of fudge and chocolate crunch. Then there's lots of Dairy Queen soft serve and your choice of 4 different combinations of toppings. Frozen DQ Treatza Pizza. The only pizza that tastes better cold.
Hot eats, cool treats. We treat you right.
To get back to this tournament again this year, Bob Brink had to replace 4 starters from last year's team. But the one returning starter, Kip Sparby, had a whale of a game here. 38 points as ROCORI defeated Monticello 69-67, and he was on fire in each half.
He certainly was. He was feeling it there. He had some big 3-pointers in the second half and hit some key free throws down the stretch that guaranteed a ROCORI victory.
He's the American Dairy Association player of the game, quite obviously, and he'll receive a certificate and donation sent to ROCORI on behalf of Kip Sparby from your local dairy farmers who ask, got milk? Well, we've had ourselves quite an afternoon here. 3 overtimes, a couple of great comebacks. Earlier, St. Thomas Academy had an 18-point lead over Duluth East, gave up all of that lead, but held on to win in 1 overtime. In our second game, ROCORI was down by 12 in the third quarter. They came back to force a first and a second overtime and ended up winning at 69-67. Now ROCORI will advance to tomorrow afternoon's first game at noon against Staples Motley, who won the first game at Williams Arena. So it's been a great start to the 1996 boys basketball tournament.
A lot of people like this format, the Sweet 16. I think we're going to see some great games tonight. AA action here at the Civic Center.
We'll be back with that later on, and Jeff Grayson will return with more from Williams Arena right after this break.
Being a parent means getting the most for your money. Introducing the 96 Lumina for a lot less than